And welcome to another episode of Adventures with Richel, the podcast. I'm Richel Stratton.
Brian Murray.
And we are happy to have you today. Thank you so much for listening. We really appreciate it.
Downloading.
Make sure that you're downloading. You guys are doing great. Like we said last time, doing absolutely amazing. Last week, we told you about a couple new features that we have. One of those features being fan mail. Okay?
We got fan mail?
We got fan mail.
Nuh-uh.
Yes, we do. We actually have 2 fan mails, which I'm going to read
You
to
two
you.
are awesome. Are you also our 2 new subscribers?
Maybe. That'd be cool. Okay, so they don't tell me the names. It just tells me where they're from, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So we have someone from United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland.
Oh.
Really cool, right? And they say, thank you guys, so much fun. And then we have another person from
Thanks, Grandma.
It's not Grandma, is it?
It could be.
It could be. Does she know how to work all that stuff?
Are you talking down to my grandma?
My grandma doesn't know how to work that stuff, and I think my grandma's extremely intelligent.
Yes. I don't know.
Okay, and then the other one is from Paris, Illinois, and it says the red and yellow peppers are the best, especially on pizza and salad with dark bitter greens, that black lettuce you like.
Love black lettuce.
Dressed in olive oil and salt and pepper.
Sounds like a Midwest thing, doesn't it?
Sounds good, yeah. I do like red and yellow peppers. Green peppers I like in fajitas. But other than that.
I like how you print. That's good. Two of them, huh?
2 of them. Also, shout out to, now you probably know him from like Twitter or what they call X now. Mark from the UK.
No, Mark.
Mark donated to us, which is another button on our page that you can send a donation if you'd like. Thank you so much, Mark. Really appreciate it. And
Mark talks to me every day.
I like Mark.
I do too. Mark,
I like
you're
all
a great
of you
man.
guys,
Yes.
but Mark, thank you for the donation
And the
anyone
constant
else.
support. We
Yeah.
need to get over to see you.
Yes, we appreciate it. And for the 2 people that sent us fan mail, I appreciate that as well. I got so excited when it was like, hey, you have new fan mail. I was like, what?
I like that.
Yes. So
Thank you,
anyway,
guys.
thank you. We really appreciate it. So, how was your day, Bri?
Today
Yes.
seems pretty fair. Yeah, today was all right.
Okay.
Yes.
I like your hat.
Do you?
Is it Landon's?
It's not Landon's.
Are you positive?
The Cardinal baseball team has several hats.
Yeah.
We are in the area. Most of us support the Cardinals.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be weird if we had the same.
Okay, so I like how we're going with this. Why did you accuse me of taking your AirPods or your headphones?
You did.
I did not.
They look just like mine.
We both have iPhones. They come with the iPhones.
Mine were missing. You were the natural suspect.
Okay, but mine were wrapped up still nice and neat. And we both know that
Are you
yours
saying that?
wouldn't be.
Why would you say that? Well, I'm not neat.
You're neat. You're a neat person, as in like super cool cat.
Thanks.
But neat, as in
I wouldn't roll up mine.
no.
I'm a water.
Yes, you shove things. You open your equipment case upside down every time. Also, your suitcase.
Everything upside down.
Uh-huh.
I get that. Okay, I'm
And
not
everything
neat.
falls
I'm not neat.
Neat as a person, like cool.
I mean, I shower and like do that stuff,
yeah,
but I don't roll it. Like this girl's suitcase, when she undoes it, you know the little buckles and belts? She uses those. When she opens her suitcase, it looks like it's prepackaged from the store.
It's packaged by me. It's packed,
I know. Mine is,
thrown in there.
yeah, it's in here somewhere.
Half the time, you don't even know what you've got.
No, I didn't know in Pinhurst.
I know, which was really funny. If you hear a noise, it is the fan on my computer trying to keep it cool. But, yeah. Want to know how my day was?
I do. How was it?
Okay.
Notice you got a new phone case.
I did. It matches my shirt.
I have eye problems.
It doesn't match it completely, but it like coordinates.
It does. It does.
It coordinates. So, yeah, I switched that out. I've actually had that phone case for a little bit. I just haven't ever used it.
Okay.
So
Day was okay?
it wasn't bad. I had to take Grandma to the foot doctor, and then she had me running errands for her while she was at the doctor. Okay? This lady told me, so she has a motion detector for when you drive in her driveway. It'll go off so she can hear that someone's there. She told me that I need to take it to Harbor Freight to have the batteries changed.
Okay.
Because they need special batteries. Okay?
You've used these before.
They're screwed in.
Yeah.
And I was like, Grandma, I think that these batteries are just normal batteries and that I don't need a special, I just need a screwdriver. Well, I don't have anything little enough to unscrew that. And she's like, they're special batteries from Harbor Freight. They changed them last time. Take them there and ask them to change them.
She knows what's up.
Okay. So me, like an idiot, I go into Harbor Freight with these two motion detectors.
Back up, that's not an idiot. You're doing stuff for your grandma.
I'm doing stuff for my grandma, but my grandma likes to make a fool of me.
Which she
Okay.
probably did.
There is no like customer service at Harbor Freight, so I stand in line to wait for the cashier, and I go up. Luckily, this lady was extremely, really, like, she was very, very nice, and also has a grandma very similar to mine. And she says, Grandma's gotta love them, right? I was like, I do love her. So I told her that my grandma told me they needed special batteries and that Harbor Freight had them and that would change them for us. So I said, but I think they're just regular batteries, but I don't know because I don't have a screwdriver on me, but she told me to specifically come here for the special batteries.
You've got the goods.
And she kind of laughed and she pulled a screwdriver out and screwed them. It was a 9-volt and C batteries. And she's like, we don't change batteries here. Someone may have done that for her just being kind.
You know,
She's
the
like,
special C and 9 volt.
Yes. So I get the C and 9 bolts. They were right at the register, and we swap them out while I'm standing there. And she screws them back up. So I got that handled. Then
Your grandma knows that you did ghost hunters and you did equipment, right?
I think that she does, but I also think that she thinks that I'm also her angel baby, that like that's what she calls me, and that I don't know anything.
Oh, well,
I know she
oh,
thinks
angel baby don't know nothing.
she thinks I know everything yet nothing.
I get
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
She also had me go around and get her frozen dinners because she's tired of cooking stuff. And I was like, okay, what do you
Turkey
want?
circles?
She doesn't want any chicken. She doesn't like chicken, okay? She says it tastes horrible.
I'd die.
I said, okay. But then she's like, I want some pot pies. I said, okay. I said, what kind of pot pies do you want? She's like, well, what kind of pot pies do you eat? I said, chicken. And she's like, okay, get me chicken. I said, but you don't want chicken, Grandma. You don't like the way it tastes. She's like, well, get me like, she's like, I'll try it if you think it's good.
They are.
So now that's on me.
Yeah.
And I'm worried because her taste buds have changed and I don't think she's going to like the chicken. But I got her like several different ones and then picked her up from the foot doctor, and then we went out to her house and she has azalea grass. Do you know what that is?
Gross.
Yeah. So it's this patch of azalea grass.
Is this like high tech shit? Did she get it at the Harbor Freight?
I don't know, but it's like super thick.
Yeah.
But it's only a patch, like not a patch. It's probably a small backyard, but she has an acre. And she doesn't want grass on the azalea grass because it will kill it. So she had Landon mow over it with the bag to pick up the grass. She had him go over it 3 times.
Get all that grass.
3 times. She had me with a rake and on my hands and knees using my hands to try to get this dry grass off the other grass. And I was like, Grandma, I
love her.
I've got things to do today. Like, we were only supposed to go to the foot doctor.
Yeah, now you're vacuuming grass.
Yeah. So,
That was your day.
yeah.
Well, your day was. I can tell you that yesterday morning. I've told you this. I can make this really quick. I stabbed my tit.
I know you did. I was wondering if you ever bring it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring it up real quick. I was driving to work with my windows down, and as I was driving, we are having like this massive cicada invasion.
Yes,
Right
which
now.
I have some, after you're done, I know that we keep talking about this, but I have some things.
Okay, there is a lot of these things around. So I'm driving the windows down, and a bug flies into my shirt. I think it's a cicada, no big deal, until it starts stinging me. It is not a cicada. Now it's starting to hurt. So as I'm going down the road at 70 miles an hour, always in the speed limits, and I'm trying to get this this bug out of there from stinging me. So I happen to take my shirt off. I get my shirt off, it's still getting me. So I need to get to my back where I can't reach because I have big ass shoulders. Okay, and I'm trying to do it. I think the cars next to me are like, this guy's going crazy.
I don't even think you can reach the back of
I
your
can't.
shoulder.
So I reach to the only thing that's in my car that I can reach that I think would be long enough, which is a machete. That's a whole podcast on why I have that anyways. But there's the machete. I'm half naked. I'm being stung. I'm driving. I go to grab the machete. It flips in the air. It comes out of the sheath and stabs me in the tit. So I'm bleeding down my side. Half naked. Stung. I have to get out of the truck because now I have to see if I'm going to need to go to the hospital because I have blood coming down.
You wouldn't go to the hospital regardless.
I wouldn't. I slapped some plumber's glue on it and we closed her up. But
Plumber's glue.
yeah, that's all I had. But I'm on the side of the road with a machete and my shirt off and I got blood coming out my side, and I can only imagine what the people of Springfield were thinking.
They were probably thinking, this is a scary movie.
Yes.
No one was pulling over to help you.
No. Nobody was helping me. So there is how my morning started yesterday. Also, I didn't wear safety glasses yesterday, and I cut some, I know I'm going to hear this. I cut some rebar type stuff, and one shot and hit me in the eye and got me, and I was like, the first thing I thought, not, oh, I may lose an eye. Michelle and Richel are going to be pissed that I didn't have my safety glasses on. So I put them on.
PPEs are there for a reason,
Well,
Brian.
they are. They should just be called Brian's.
Brian,
Make sure you got your Brian's on.
You are a walking hazard.
I don't know if that's true. Do you think that's true? Do you guys think that's true?
I feel like I should get hazard pay just being around you.
Probably.
Okay. I know, listen, if you guys are sick and tired of hearing about the cicadas, skip for the next 2 minutes because I'm going to rant here for a second.
We really do have a podcast.
We do have a podcast, but I'm going to talk about this. I am so sick and tired of these stupid motherfuckers from hell.
I love them.
Okay. I'm sick and tired of it, okay? Do I get hurt, typically?
Never.
I don't get hurt. Since they've crawled out of the abyss, I have jammed my finger. I have twisted my knee. I may have given myself a concussion, and I definitely have given myself whiplash, okay?
Are you scared of them?
I am not scared of them. I don't like things flying at me. It's a natural response. You wouldn't understand because I don't think you have the natural instincts to dodge things.
Take notes, guys. I am messy and I don't have reflexes.
The natural response, it's not normal to just stand there when something comes at your face.
No,
it's not.
I probably would.
You're supposed to move.
I probably
it's
wouldn't.
like survival of the fittest. Protect your head at all costs, okay?
Right.
So, all that being said, people keep saying they can't hurt you. Well, I beg to differ because they've hurt me.
No, you've hurt you.
Because of them. So it doesn't matter, okay? But with all that being said, I still have been respectful to them, okay? When I'm walking and I see them flying, I try to get out of their way. Like, I'm trying not to invade their space. I see them on the ground. I try to step over them.
You're not trying to kill them.
I'm not trying to kill them. Like, you guys only come out once every 600 years. Like,
yeah, you should space that out.
yeah, like, go ahead.
So cringe.
But, so cringe. Things changed the other day. Jimmy, the fucking cicada, crossed a line, crossed a boundary, and now I'm gonna swat you motherfuckers from the sky, and I'm stomping on every single one that I see.
What?
I was walking, I stopped to talk to Matt, and I was talking to Matt, and one fucking kissed me. Hit me in the fucking mouth. It went in, like, not in my mouth, but like...
You felt it?
Yes.
And what'd Matt do?
He said, that motherfucker kissed you. I said, I know.
He didn't try to help you?
He was in the car. No. But anyway. You crossed the line. Now, because of Jimmy, all you guys gotta die.
Those poor cicadas, they've done nothing but fly around and make a sweet sound. Like a little buzz.
They're
All
horrible.
night.
I hate
House
them.
is vibrating. All right, we better do our podcast.
Okay. So anyway, this week, I'm going to shout out to Tammy from Twitter, or X, as they call it. She has guessed all of them correct. That was Levi downstairs.
He's a cat?
No.
Okay, so...
She's guessed them.
But we haven't hit him hard yet.
No, but
Tammy.
I think Tammy, I think we may stump you this
Stumped me.
stumped me too. I didn't even know this existed, and I was super excited when I found it.
Didn't stump Michelle.
Michelle's a genius.
I probably won't get mad.
Probably not either. God. Okay, probably won't get Tammy. I don't know. Or Anthony. But she's gotten them all.
Good job, though.
So, yeah, good job, Tammy. But this week, we're going to give you a run for your money. So,
Stand by.
are you up for the challenge? Bum, bum, bum. This one's a little different. So, this week, we're talking about a family of serial killers in Kansas.
We're back to Kansas?
Back to Kansas. Apparently, that's where they like to go. It's kind of the center of the United States, so they can make a quick getaway.
Okay. Probably
It's not
trains.
Trains, yeah.
Trains run through there, apparently.
But it's from 1872 to 1873, which is why I think it might stump a lot of people.
Because a lot of people aren't around for that.
Yeah. I don't think anyone's around for that.
I don't think so.
Okay. They have 11 plus victims,
Oh,
which I'm pretty sure that there's more.
absolutely.
Okay. So anyway, in October of 1870, 5 families of spiritualists settled on land that once belonged to Native Americans. Among those families were a father and son, believed to be German immigrants, who registered 160 acres of land.
Very good chunk.
Yes. They built a cabin, a barn with a corral. They had a well. And it was on the only open road for traveling further west.
Good move.
Yeah, like great business
It's like
people.
255.
Yeah, they're like, hey, you got to come through here.
Yeah.
And you're going to need, thinking about it. So they get done doing that. And then a year later, the mother and the daughter join them. They convert this cabin, 2-bedroom cabin, into a general store and an inn, which is also a great business move. If you're you have to pass through there.
Right. All your stuff's being bought.
Yes. And obviously they lived in the back room was their living quarters. They just had like a curtain that separated. Okay?
I'm fair with that.
These women also had a garden and an orchard. Okay, so you can sell crops and things,
I can already tell they're smart.
They're pretty smart, yeah. So the father spoke little English and had a guttural tone that you couldn't understand. Okay, so people didn't.
Can you do the voice?
No, I don't think I can.
That's perfect.
It reminds me, it's not the same, but you know the guy from The Water Boy?
Yes.
I feel like that's probably how he talked.
Okay.
Where it was like, what?
Okay.
Okay, the mother also spoke little English and was so unfriendly that her neighbors called her She-Devil. There's 5 families
In
there.
1800?
Yes, there's 5 families there, and you get the nickname She-Devil
Yeah.
because you're just so mean.
I love
Okay. But they had a son, obviously, because he helped his dad, who was handsome. And he was fairly fluent in English. Okay? But, he was prone to laughing aimlessly. So, people thought he was a half-wit. And, didn't really want to associate with him.
Poor guy.
Okay? But then there was the daughter. Okay?
Tell me about the daughter.
The daughter was lovely. Okay?
Not a half-wit.
Not a half-wit.
Okay.
She was extremely intelligent. She was cultivated, attractive, fluent in English. That she had hardly any accent. She was self-proclaimed healer and psychic.
She is making the money.
Okay? She said that she had super natural abilities to cure people. And she would perform seances and then give lectures on spiritualism. To the point where, like, she would go to other towns giving lectures, and, like, she had a title of Professor Miss, and then the name, but I'm not going to tell you. Okay? So anyway, she had a following. She was lovely, and the guys liked her.
She's the one that gets in there.
Okay? And all of this gained her notoriety. Okay? Which then, because she was so popular, people would come to the inn, the family's inn.
I feel it.
Yeah. So she was like the bait.
Catalyst.
The bait.
Yeah.
To bring them. Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think so far?
I think the whole setup is perfect.
Mm-hmm.
You have what people want.
Mm-hmm.
You're the only place around for goods and a night's rest.
Mm-hmm.
And you got the pretty little girl right there for them cowboys and things
Let's
that are
not call
going.
her a little girl.
Pretty
pretty
little lady.
Pretty little lady.
Yes. I don't mean that in a weird way.
It sounds weird when you say
Okay.
it. Though.
Lady of age. Lady 25 and plus.
In 1872, the ages are
It doesn't matter, right?
obscure.
Right. But yeah, I think they got a pretty good setup. I think it's a smart. I don't know that they intended to going into this kind of lifestyle, but once the people were showing up, I feel like it's a pretty good one.
You want me to continue?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
I do.
So, I'll tell you something weird about the family.
Okay.
None of them were actually, like, the last name that they had, none of them, it was actually their last name.
So they're hiding their identities.
Yes. The mother had 12 children, married several times, and each time following the death of her husband's from head injuries. Okay?
Okay.
So I'm going with the mom had it in her.
She's a little black widow level type.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The daughter was actually the mom's 5th child. And the weird thing is that neighbors claimed that the son and daughter weren't brother and sister, they were actually husband and wife.
Oh.
So that's a little weird thing.
So maybe they did go into planning this.
I'm almost thinking, based off what I was reading or whatever, that I don't necessarily know if the guys were in on it. Like, I think they were in on it, but I don't think they're the masterminds behind
They're
it.
definitely not the masterminds.
Because they didn't convert it into a general store and inn until the ladies got there.
Yeah. We all know that the women are usually the masterminds.
Yeah. So they're victims. You want me to talk about the victims? Or you want to talk about the victims?
I can do that part.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, right now?
I can tell you, I'll talk about the victims and the killing method if you like. But you can as well.
Yeah, I think I want to talk about the first few missing travelers.
Okay.
Okay, so there was, obviously there was some travelers that were missing, and it did not raise an overall alarm in the area, as it was not uncommon for men to continue the journey westward during those days. However, as the time passed, the disappearances became more frequent, and by the spring of 1873, the region had become strife with rumors, and travelers began to avoid the trail. That's gotta be that's gotta be shitty.
Yeah.
You're making a good month, and now people aren't coming that way.
Yeah.
When neighboring communities started to make slanderous accusations, the Osage Township called a meeting held at the Harmony Grove Schoolhouse in March to see, well, if anything could be done. About 75 of people attended the gathering, including both men of the family. God damn it. I do it every time.
Every time he
Every time.
slips.
So, the two men of the group,
The father and son.
yes, were at the meeting.
Father and a little
Which is a good
son.
thing. Now they can go back to the ladies and tell them,
What's up?
yes.
Yeah.
I think that's smart.
It is smart. I also think where they did it, think about it. People are traveling. I don't know if you've ever played the game Oregon Trail.
I did.
But like,
It sucked.
a lot of people die.
Yes.
It is very hard.
Didn't they always have like diphtheria?
Yeah, like something. You
Wash.
got bit by a rattlesnake. You don't have the medicine.
Wash yourself. Okay.
Yeah.
The discussion at this township meeting was simple. It was regarding the 10 people who reported missing, including a well-known independent physician named Dr. William H. York.
They screwed up.
Yeah.
They got a well-known person.
Yeah. With the full realization that there was a major problem in the township, the group decided to search every farmstead between Big Hill Creek and Drum Creek. Guess what was in between there?
The general store.
The general store was in there. Most of the volunteers said, come on in. You can go look through my stuff. I have nothing to hide. So people volunteered. Most of the attendees volunteered.
Yeah.
Okay. Sometime later, a man named Billy Toll, a neighbor of the inn, noticed that the inn was abandoned and the farm animals were unfed. He reported the news to one of the township trustees, and a search party was soon formed, which included Dr. York's brother, another York. When the men arrived at the property, they found the cabin empty of food, clothing, and personal possessions. A terrible smell inside the abandoned inn almost meant that, it smelled bad. Okay? And they found a trapdoor nailed shut. Guess what they discovered that?
I know what they discovered. Do you guys know what they
Yeah.
discovered?
So everybody's gone. They look over there, everybody's gone. They packed up.
Yeah, they packed up and
Got the heck out of there.
yeah.
So
They said deuces.
the father's son came back and said, check it out, man.
They're on to us.
We gotta go.
We messed up with that last guy.
We gotta go. We shouldn't have killed him.
We gotta go.
We gotta go. They're out.
Yeah.
And they obviously didn't take the bodies. Okay.
Well, I can tell you about that too.
So they pried open the little nook, if you will,
Uh-huh.
and a 6 feet deep hole filled with clotted blood, causing a terrible odor.
Yeah.
But there's no bodies in there.
Yeah.
The men physically moved the entire cabin to the side and began to search beneath, but no bodies were found there either. Continuing, they began to dig around the cabin, especially in an area that the family had utilized as a vegetable garden and orchard.
Uh-huh.
At the side of the freshly stirred depression in the earth, they found the first body.
Yep.
Head down, with its feet covered. Guess who it was?
Dr. York.
It was Dr. York.
Yep.
So they started to find him.
Mm-hmm.
So they started digging more. They found 9 bodies the next day. Numerous dismembered body parts.
Which did not belong to any of the victims, which leads me to believe that they had more than 11 victims.
Yes. So there was even a woman and a little girl that was in there that they had found. They called the burial site. You want to say it?
No, you go ahead.
Hell's Half Acre.
Hell's Half Acre.
Yep.
Man. Man, oh man.
So let's talk about it real quick.
Hang on. Let me tell you how they did it.
Okay.
What they thought that they did.
Okay.
Their theory. Okay, so you come to the inn and we think that you're wealthy. Okay? We're going to invite you to dinner. Our honored guest. You get to sit at the seat of honor at the head of the table over a trapdoor with the curtain behind you. Okay? Daughter, pretty little thing, is going to distract you. Father and son are going to hit you in the head on the right side with a hammer. Thump. Okay? When that happens, mom and daughter are going to slit your throat.
Damn.
To ensure that you die. Then they're going to drop your body through the trap door. And later on, they're going to go into that little cellar, strip the body of all the good stuff, and then they're going to bury you in the orchard.
It's a plan that they must have set out to do. But where do you think they got that? I'll tell you where they got it. The mother.
The mother was like, hey, this is a good idea. The daughter is like, yeah, we should do this. I'll lure them in. The husband is like, hey, I'm going to go with it because I don't want to be the next
She
one.
must have hit a few of her ex-husbands, and it didn't work, so that's why she wanted to get the throat.
Yeah. And she probably was like, hey, you men do it because you're a little heavy-handed.
Do you think, though, that the kids were in on it? Like, wanted to do it? She seems like the mastermind to me.
I feel like she does seem like the mastermind to me, but I feel like the daughter's luring people, and if that her brother is actually her husband and not her brother, like, but they also thought he was a half-wit, so maybe he was like, I don't know what to do. I think that the mom was behind it.
Absolutely.
Anyway, do you guys know who we're talking about?
By the way, they were never caught.
Never caught.
There was a woman and there was two women that looked like mom and daughter that were brought into the courts.
Uh-huh.
But they found out it wasn't them. They
Yeah.
came out. They thought that they could have been.
Yeah.
But it didn't work out.
Yeah.
Different names, like you said earlier.
So it's weird because the names of the father-son are the same, and the names of the mom and the daughter are the same, which is weird to me.
What do you mean by same?
So, John Bender, Kate Bender, who went by Ma,
Yeah.
John Jr. Bender, or John Bender Jr., and then Kate Bender, the daughter.
I see what you're saying.
And they were known as the Bloody Benders.
This was a good one because
I feel like
I had never heard of them.
I had never heard of them either. After the research and things, I feel like there are certain shows and books that have something similar, like they almost maybe were inspired by these people.
I believe there's a Netflix movie.
What is it called?
I think it's called The Bloody Benders.
I'm
And
gonna-
there's a movie about it.
I'm gonna have to look it up.
The thing about it is either they were all in, or three people, to me, either they were all in on it, or there was three people that was scared of what could possibly happen.
True.
Where'd they go? And is there other towns
That
had something similar happen? Because I guarantee there is.
yeah.
So the bodies aren't stopping at 10.
No, I don't
Or
think that they
11.
are. They got away.
Never to be caught.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have got away in this day and age.
I don't know.
Everybody uses Amazon. They don't go to good stores.
That's true. That's true. But people also use Grubhub, DoorDash.
Yeah, nobody leaves their house.
But I mean, like, you get a DoorDash for there's a trail. There's receipts that this is where you delivered, and then you didn't deliver here. You get caught.
I just know there's more.
I feel like there is too.
I wish there was a way that you can look up records from that time.
Yeah.
It's because they probably didn't get away they couldn't have gone very far, right?
I don't know. They were on the road to travel west. The only road to travel west. So how long was it before that they realized these animals aren't getting fed and there's a stink? Like, I feel like it would take a little bit for you to visibly see an animal's not being fed.
Well, yeah, a cow,
Yeah. Like,
they're
it's
pretty
gonna,
big. It'll
Yeah.
take them a while. But, like, my question is, to rack up that number, how long do you think they lived there? And how come nobody's seen
it was
anybody
only a
leave
year.
Okay, but why did nobody I see people come in, they ain't checking, they're not leaving. I don't see them leaving. Nobody questioned it for a whole year.
They only did it to people they thought had money.
But if you're coming into the general store,
Yeah, the general store, probably if they're having you over for dinner, it's in the evening. Once it gets dark, after the work can be done. You know, because back then, like, you were dictated by daylight hours. So after that's done, you go eat. People probably are in their homes. They're not looking out to see what's going on.
Do you think the mom got rid of the rest of them and went off on her own?
I think if they kept their mouth shut, she didn't. She needs the daughter. She is called she-devil. She needs the daughter. Otherwise, she's not getting anybody.
Doesn't she need the muscle?
Well, based off the fact that she was married several times.
12, you said.
And all of them, she had 12 kids.
Oh, okay.
I want to know what happened to the other kids. Is what I want.
They got away from the she-devil.
Yeah. But she's married several times. My thing is, like, I think she had the muscle. Did you see this little sketch drawing of her?
I did not.
It's on the poster. The poster of the
Oh.
4 people
Yeah.
are the
And she didn't look
father,
really
son,
well.
mother, daughter.
I'll post that, by the way. I'll get those sketches up and what they think that these people look like. I don't believe they're still out there.
No.
You don't need to be on the case.
No, it's been quite some time. So, last week we did a case that was, well, they got caught in 2005. This year we did a case that they were never caught, but it happened in the 1800s, so you don't really have to worry about that. What are you thinking?
I'm just saying that they said this little girl was probably only 8 years of age.
Which is horrible.
Mm-hmm. And when
Murder.
they found the body, it wasn't disfigured by decay yet. There was a broken arm.
They also said that.
Whew, terrible.
So I'm going to go back to how come no one got caught, or how come they didn't get caught sooner, or whatnot. When they inspected and found the trap door, they also found bullet holes in the roof of the inn, the general store inn.
That?
Like whoever it was trying to fight back.
Yeah.
So you hear gunshots. Is that just, I guess back then it's just a normal thing.
Well, somebody definitely had to fight back. This right here says a Catholic priest showed up and was put in the chair.
Okay.
And he actually seen one of the Bender men trying to hide a hammer. He got up and left.
Well, yeah.
So some of them, that's dumb. So
It was probably the half-wit brother. And they were like, you're out, you
and
can't
they're like
do this. Yeah.
Maybe he's one of the bodies that's in there that they couldn't identify.
Maybe.
But, so there's probably people that got away.
I don't know. I think that they probably had people in the inn that they didn't do anything to. Because at the end of the day, you gotta sell stuff to keep your business going. Unless
You're robbing them.
you're robbing them and killing them, but then that's word's gonna get around. The amount of money that they got from
Wasn't
people,
a lot.
it wasn't
Maybe
a
in
lot
that day it
nowadays,
was.
but it was a lot then. They got,
$4,700?
but like, so one that I read was like $2,600, but in today's day and age would be like $49,000.
Okay.
So like a decent amount of money.
For those days.
I mean, Brian's rich, so he doesn't
He is
think.
not rich by any means.
He just bought a new ghost hunting case.
I did, for $5. And we're going to try to get the ones for Richel tomorrow for $2. I'm trying to get them down.
Yeah, haggle with them.
And there's actually more of these.
Yeah, but like I said, don't necessarily want to waste my money.
$2, guys.
Okay, on something I don't necessarily need, how many bags do you see over there right now?
There is a plethora of bags on the floor with nothing in them.
Well, we went somewhere and then we came back and I haven't put them away yet. But anyway, so what did you think of the Bloody Vendors? I personally liked it.
I did too, but I want to watch the movie now.
I want to watch the movie as well.
Maybe when I post the links on our new page, thanks for joining that as well.
Yes, thank you.
Maybe I'll put the link to the movie up. People can check that out too.
That'd be cool.
Who?
Who do you guys think was the mastermind? Who do you think was in charge?
Well, wasn't a dumb dude.
Yeah, it wasn't the brother, huh?
What's that in your hand? Nothing.
Oh, it's just a hammer.
Yeah, I'm out of here.
we laughed all the time. Like, all the time. That was why people were like, okay. I don't know. But do you think that it was all four of them, or do you think that it was one and the other were just going along because they were scared?
I'm going with Mom's the mastermind. Everybody else is scared of her.
I'm going with, I feel like Mom and Daughter ran that shit. Dad didn't want to be another victim, and Brother was too dumb to.
Well, I think they're all not wanting to be the victim. You don't think they sat around and went like this? Hey, just so you know, like, everybody she's been around
has died.
they're dead. And it ain't diphtheria. Okay? They all got thumped in the head.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Again, police work.
It
Even
was
back then.
1872.
But
What do you think?
2,800 people. Okay.
I don't even think they had.
Let's just say 5 dudes tied to this lady all died from the same. They didn't all fall down the stairs. There's no cop that.
I don't think they had cops back then. It was the Wild West, right?
They
They
still
were
had
just
them.
trying. No.
Yes, there's law back then.
The law.
18's the law.
The law. That's what my grandma calls them.
The law. But I'm saying, like, nobody put that together.
If you're moving.
Ma, little she-devil, is that what they called her, she-devil?
Yes.
Has a history.
Probably not, because she came from Germany.
Okay, that's a good point. So it would be German people that are thumped.
Okay, so like I don't think that the law worked the way that you
Germany
thought.
has the law?
Back then, I don't necessarily
I'm
think it
looking it up.
worked the
I
same
want
way.
to see if Germans.
Okay, but over here, we were just getting established.
No, not in 1870,
Like,
right?
moving across, no, 1776 is when we signed the Constitution, correct?
Yeah, that's 100 years.
Okay, but that was that area, the 13 colonies. Okay?
I'm gonna
But we
Google.
still had, we were using Georgia, the whole state, for prisoners. Okay?
That's true.
Like,
I cannot
we-
type in Google what was the law called in Germany in 1870.
there wasn't even states yet. There were territories.
German
I don't.
police
He's tapping. One finger at a
18.
time.
70. I hope this comes up with something.
Did the German?
German didn't have police till 1918.
Thank you. Thank you. And on that note, we are done for the day. Okay? So,
Somebody had to say something. They had a way to tell your neighbor, hey, bro, stay away from Fraulein freaking Hackadoodle over here. She's... Isn't that what you call them?
Frau?
Isn't it right, Fraulein?
I don't speak German.
You're German!
I don't watch it, or I'm gonna hit you with the hammer, and
Sorry.
everyone will believe it's an accident because you talked about the machete.
Well, yeah, I've already got a stab wound, and I did it myself.
Hackadoodle.
That's right. All right.
Anyway, on that note, we are done for the day. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Make sure that you like, follow, subscribe. Definitely download because that is helping us out a lot. Send us some fan mail, and if you feel inclined, send us a donation. We'll give you a shout out. But go out there and make every day an adventure.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.
Hackadoodle, Fraulein Hackadoodle.